Hello, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Are You a Fan? If you like the episode, give us a like, share, follow, and heck, even introduce us to a friend. So, this week's question for the audience and for Joker.
What's up?
Here it is. Say you were going to get a superpower, but you had to pick one color from a crayon box to get that power, what color would you be?
I guess depending on the power, I'll most likely just choose red. It's one of my favorite colors anyways. It's I don't really know how I feel about being blue. That was
Baby boy blue and the man in the moon. Yeah, I mean, fair. I mean, you already are a redneck, so.
And a redhead.
And a ginger. Man, dude, you know what? Let's just fill in the spot color of the spots. Okay, I think I either pick gray, or I think purple would just be kind of cool.
Purple would be better. I feel like gray is just cheating.
It completely is.
Because that's just not a out there color. It's kind of just a bland meh.
But imagine if I went gray and then started dyeing my hair white. It's like, holy cow, is he a drow? You're dang right I am. Okay, so folks, that does kind of bring us into this week's character. We are covering Garfield, a.k.a. Beast Boy. So let's get into real world. So Garfield Mark Logan, better known as Beast Boy, is a fictional superhero appearing in American comic books, published by DC Comics. He has also gone under the alias Changeling, created by writer Arnold Drake and artist Bob Brown. Those are the most just easy names I think we've read in a while.
For you, yes.
He is a shapeshifter who possesses the ability to metamorph into any animal he chooses. The character first appeared in the Doom Patrol issue number 99, November 1965. So, a decently old one.
Which kind of surprises me.
Yeah, I didn't think he would have been one of the OG ones.
Exactly. I knew he was part of the OG Teen Titans cartoon, but I didn't think he was really around that much earlier than that.
Yeah, I knew, I also knew he was part of their original comics, but yeah, that's fairly, dang, okay, impressive.
80s, 90s at earliest.
I was thinking maybe late 70s at earliest, and that, so yeah, not far off from what you were guessing.
Well, the first DC comic shapeshifter named Beast Boy, though, was unrelated to Garfield Logan, and he first appeared in the Legion of Superheroes feature in Adventure Comics, issue number 324 in September of 1964. So, only a year before.
Okay, so not bad. I think there was a little bit of they're we gotta change some things to introduce this new guy.
Yep.
Okay, this character would later be killed off a month after Garfield was introduced to the comic. I can see the sit down with the writer who made the other guy, and they're like, hey, buddy, so, we're going to have to let you go.
Right, especially because that's only a year that he was writing that character. And then DC's are like, no, we're going to kill this now.
Yeah, we're going in a different direction with Beast Boy. But Beast Boy's my guy. They're like, he was.
So Drake explained that, quote, we wanted to have a character who could assume many different animal forms and also a kid in the strip, some of the kids that could relate to. They were starting to talk back to their elders. They were starting to make their elders earn their respect. So Beast Boy was an attempt to picture what I thought was happening among some of the young people.
Okay, yeah, not a bad...
And that is a good reason to make that kind of a character.
Yeah.
With the way they've made some of the ones, especially more recently, where they're like, we're doing it based on what's going on in the world, and we want kids to be able to relate to this.
Smart, which generally, because ultimately one of the biggest lifelines to comics is getting the youth involved young.
Oh, God, yeah.
And interested. So creating characters that can grow with them and kind of show what's going on at the time, beautiful strategy.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's all we got for real world. Let's go in universe. As a young child, Garfield Logan lived with his scientist parents in Africa, who were developing reverse evolution to bring back extinct creatures. He received a certain amount of abuse from his parents, consequently becoming increasingly reclusive.
we got 6 movies and why you don't bring back extinct animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 6.
Two trilogies. So Garfield contracted a rare illness called cicutia, which is lethal to every species except the West African green monkey. To save his life, his father would use an untested science experiment to change him into a West African green monkey for 24 hours so the virus could die out. Though the serum had an unintended effect of permanently turning his skin, eyes, and hair green and granting him the ability to metamorph into any animal of his choice, which also would share his pigmentation. But that's gotta be trippy to even turn your eyes green.
Yeah. Oh, man. That'd be the weirdest, like that's kind of a, okay, so I will say, like, that's kind of what I loved about in Young Justice when McGann gives him that.
Oh, it really did, because, like, it makes no sense why his experiment would turn the whole thing green.
Yeah, they're like, the African green monkey. First off, don't know if that's a thing, and I know a lot about animals. And that, secondly, how does that affect him turning into every other animal and making them green? It was a weird thing, but, it's one of those, like, they got to make the character unique somehow, so I get it.
Oh, yeah.
His parents would later die in a boating accident. Garfield, to this day, still believes he could have prevented their death. Which, I mean, I know that's rough, but,
sometimes, unfortunately, accidents do happen.
I still do. I will say, like, I love his OG story to an extent, but, like, the Young Justice, I thought, did great and made it so much more tragic.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody wondering, go watch the series.
So later on, he would be kidnapped, and after he's rescued from the 2 kidnappers who would force him to use his powers to help them in their crimes, Garfield is left under the care of a court-appointed guardian, the despicable Nicholas Galtrey.
What if his name actually was the despicable
Nicholas Galtrey? That'd be kind of cool,
right.
To be honest.
Just like, yeah, we're going to give you to despicable Nicholas Galtrey. And it's like, oh man, somebody's parents didn't like him.
Right.
Galtrey realized that his embezzlement from the Logan estate will be exposed when Garfield reaches maturity and receives his inheritance, and thus plots to kill Garfield.
Of course.
Some real upper class like shenanigans starts to take place.
Right. So, the villains he hires to kill Garfield are stopped by the Doom Patrol, Elastigirl, and her husband, Steve Dayton, expose Galtrey's embezzlement, and adopt Garfield. So, that was kind of how he joined the Doom Patrol. His first real team.
Yeah. Which I remember that was kind of a cool thing they did in the Teen Titans. When they brought in the Doom Patrol and then showed, like, that was Garfield's OG team.
Yep.
Real good callback to this. Okay, Garfield later joins the Doom Patrol. His uniform includes a purple cowl, and he takes the code name Beast Boy. During his tenure with Doom Patrol, Garfield has a romantic relationship with a girl from his high school named Jillian Jackson. JJ. I always just loved names like that, like Reed Richards, Peter Parker, like...
Well, you said JJ, I just thought of...
JJ Jonason. Yeah. Pictures of Spider-Man.
That's all I could think of. I was like, man, you're in the wrong universe.
That's my bad, folks.
So after he saves her from Galtrey and then using the alias Arsenal, the relationship dissolves. I mean, high school relationships don't usually last long anyways, but, when one of them kind of involves being attacked by a...
supervillain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably grounds for ending.
Oh, very good grounds.
Like, yeah, it's just one of those, like, some people are like, why not put up? It's like, if you were in high school, do you think you could have put up with that stress?
Oh, God, no.
Heck no. It's like, dude, I used to have panic attacks over what jeans I was going to wear that week. Okay, so later Beast Boy is deeply affected by the death of the Doom Patrol. Yeah, this kid does not catch a break.
No, he really doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that they... Oof.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So he would later use both his lime green skin and shape-shifting powers to play an extraterrestrial character on a science fiction TV series, Space Trek 2020. but it was soon canceled due to lawsuits from both Star Trek and Space 1999.
Yep.
I love that they kind of brought in, a real show. Because I don't remember if Space 1999 is real, but I know there's similar things to that.
Yeah.
Like the Space Odyssey or whatever.
2000, yep.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like Space 1999 was more of a nod to Space Odyssey.
Probably.
But Star Trek may have been under, Warner Bros. At the time or something in that, comic
Or they
book.
just got some rights for it.
Which could have also been, kind of cool for them to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, man, I love doing the research, finding out that was an actual show he was on in the comics. I was like, oh my God, Young Justice, really pulled from the OG information.
Right. But I also like that, their version of the future was 2020. That was as far as they went.
Oh.
That's a horrible future to have put him in.
Man, if they could see us now. They're like, we're going to be in space in 2020. Sir, could you please not get that close to me? Okay, so during its run, Garfield joins the West Coast team of the Teen Titans, known as Titans West, and is later part of the new Teen Titans assembled by Dick Grayson, a.k.a. Robin, and Raven. Huh.
Back when Grayson was still Robin.
Yeah.
That was the very beginning of that Titan group. By this time, Garfield had taken the name Changeling. This name change is not explained until a later flashback revealed that a new version of an old Doom Patrol enemy, the Arsenal, the identity this time assumed by Gar's ex-guardian Nicholas Galtrey, mocked the name Beast Boy so much that it ruined it for him.
Aww.
I mean, that's a fair reason to not want to use the name, though, at least.
True, but that just kind of sucks that they did that to him.
Oh, yeah, but at least they gave it a good reason to the name change instead of just saying, no, you just felt like it.
Yeah, true.
Well, at least there was some substance behind it.
Like some characters.
Exactly.
That look cool.
Yep.
Garfield's character is often used as a comic relief through his joking and wisecracking. However, this is only a facade, as he uses humor to hide a deep inner pain.
Same.
Yeah.
That is just like every millennial right now.
Oh, yeah. Which I will say, that's probably was one of my favorite things finishing Young Justice Season 4. They showed him break finally.
Oh, yeah.
And it was...
it was
man,
rough.
That was a rough season, man, with Garfield. Oh man, he came back, but they're like, nah, let's show him break.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, cool. I wasn't emotionally prepared for that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, folks involved, creeds, that's Beast Boy. Now let's get into his powers and abilities, which is pretty kind of straightforward. Beast Boy has the ability to morph and transform into any animal that he has seen himself or has seen in an illustration, as in the case when he shapeshifts into an animal such as the extinct dinosaur. These transformations take only 1 second, and Beast Boy has demonstrated that he is capable of rapidly changing his form with little to no effort while expanding. And that's kind of one of the things that I saw in there, they said, was unique to his shape-shifting ability specifically, is most shapeshifters, they can't add or lose mass. And that, they have to shapeshift something roughly their same size. Him, don't matter.
Yeah, no, he'll go from an elephant to a mouse to a dog.
It's also kind of one of the reasons why, some have argued, they're like his power has to be more than just biological.
No, definitely.
Even some have said, the green monkey god, spirit, gave him the ability. And that,
which would fit with the extra parts of his powers instead of being just a shapeshifter.
Exactly. So, it's kind of cool. Okay, so that's it for powers and abilities. Let's get into other media.
So, starting on TV, he only has one live-action appearance right now, which is in the series Titans. In animation, he appears in Teen Titans, Young Justice, Teen Titans Go, and DC Superhero Girls. He is also in the new Teen Titans series of DC Nation Shorts, and has cameos in Static Shock, which is only a mention. He is a non-speaking cameo in DC Superhero Friends and Batman, The Brave and the Bold. Now, some of these names in DC cartoons are just way too long.
Right? Oh, man.
And then No, one of the ones that's really long is one of these here in the films. So he appears in Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, Justice League vs. Teen Titans, which was actually a really good movie.
That one was pretty fun.
And now for a long one. Lego DC Comics Superheroes Justice League Gotham City Breakout.
Holy cow, man.
Yeah, that's not a fun one to do.
You could rob a person with that sentence.
Right. He also shows up in DC Superhero Girls Hero of the Year, Teen Titans The Judas Contract, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, and a non-speaking role in the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which was in a flashback to the Teen Titans being attacked and killed by parademons.
Oh, I remember that scene.
Yep.
That whole movie was like,
That was a great movie, though.
It was a great movie, but like I love that they're like, we're not going to hold back on this.
Oh, God, no. In the video games, he only has a couple. He appears in an adaptation of the 2003 cartoon, DC Universe Online, Young Justice, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, Injustice 2, and him and Starfire mentioned by Cyborg, and Lego DC Supervillains.
I really wish they had put him as a character in Injustice. Would have been hard to do.
I think that's the biggest reason he hasn't shown up in one of those kind of games.
He would be a difficult character to really.
Yeah, like you'd have to get a very specific set of animals for him to change into that would kind of fit the style of the game.
Yep, and I guarantee you it wouldn't please everybody because they'd be like, why can't you turn into this animal?
Exactly. So yeah, it's easier for them just to not do it,
which I don't blame them for. It just sucks knowing the fans are toxic enough that they're like, we won't even touch that.
We know that's why they're not.
But so I guess I should ask the question I ask every week. You a fan, Joker?
Definitely. I pretty much became a fan pretty quick on just the original Teen Titans, just with the comedy, and he was such a fun character.
He always was. And that, like, I can agree. I've been a fan, especially, like, I feel like me and you can relate to the whole using humor to cope with our trauma thing.
Yeah.
So I imagine a lot of people can relate to the character in that regard. So you know what? I'm a fan too. For anyone that's still listening, if you got something out of this, enjoyed the episode, or even liked the character before from a movie, comic, cartoon, hell, even that t-shirt that you saw one time, you're a fan too. If you want to jump on this train, why not subscribe and share with a friend? d-rael out. Y'all keep riding them rails.